Okay. There's some topics that I think might be interesting to talk about. For me, I don't know whether you guys will find interesting. That's what I'm going to ask you now. So, the topics that I think might be interesting to talk about, but up to you, is one of them would be how not to argue. Okay, over the years of my life, I've got into loads and loads of arguments, and so I developed the sort of skill on how not to argue, how to recognize arguments, how to get out of arguments, how to even overturn arguments. Okay, that's one thing I might think was interesting to talk about. The other one is the bad old days. This is more relevant to reverts and people that wasn't always practicing. Maybe they've gone through their period of not practicing in their earlier years, and they've I don't know, whatever age they got into in their 20s, and they've sort of wised up a bit and come on the ding. So the bad old days and the dangers and the problems of talking about that, and why and how you shouldn't do it. The other one is white privilege in Islam. I've spoke about white privilege before, not on YouTube, but on Facebook. But the question is there white privilege in Islam? Okay, are you watching me now because I'm white? Am I getting more, I don't know, people looking at me or listening to me just because I'm white? So I'd like to talk, I think that might be something to talk about. Why people choose certain types of friends and what type of friends should we have. That's another one, friends, basically. The other one would be to focus. Obviously, we know as Muslims what we should focus on, but how and why people focus on different things and that sort of stuff, yeah? So just focusing, basically. There's many beneficial things in life to focus on. So before I talk about any of those things, I have to say again, make it clear, I'm not a scholar, I'm not qualified at anything. I'm just an older bloke who's lived, made some mistakes, a lot of mistakes, and doesn't want to and just doesn't want other people, maybe if they're younger than me, most people out there probably are watching this younger than me, I don't want them to make the same mistake. So if I can pass down a little bit of experience, as I don't want to say wisdom because I'm not that wise, pass down a little bit of experience, then I'm happy to do that. But it's just that I'm not passing myself off as some sort of psychiatrist or therapist or anything like that. Also, if you notice, I don't reference the Quran, I don't reference the Hadith, and I don't even reference the scholars. Why? Because I'm not qualified. Is the first main reason. And I will leave that up to the Muslims, the brothers that are qualified to do that. I'll stay out of that lane. That's them. Okay, and I don't want that responsibility on me. I don't want to misquote something from those sources and then be accountable for confusing someone or misinforming somebody. Okay, that's another reason. And the other reason is that obviously we know there's sort of Muslims out there that will just jump on something that you said and sort of make a big deal out of it and make an even sort of diversion and get all tied up in it. So I don't want that either, you know what I mean? So, but everything that I say or advice that I will give, and it's only advice, please, okay, it's always in correlation with Islam. It's always compatible with Islam. I make sure that everything that I say, advice-wise, to anybody, even in personal or in public like this, it's always compatible and in correlates with Islam. No problem at all. I would never say anything that contradicted the Quran and Sunnah. I would never advise something that come out of some book in, some theological book from somewhere, and it's always compatible with Islam. Islam is my how would you say, my it's my compass. So everything comes from that, okay? So if I give advice, it's Islamically compatible, even if I don't reference the sources and everything else, okay? Inshallah. So people, if there's anything there that you'd like me to talk about, or none of it, no problem, we'll save some time if there's none of it. We'll do that. People, stay blessed. Knowledge beats ignorance, love beats hate. Peace.